皆さん、こんにちは。Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to our webinar. I'm Saki Aoki. We will introduce our box filling system today. Before we get started, I will explain today's webinar. We will use Zoom application for today. During the webinar, participants' face and voice are not shown or heard from the screen. Please don't worry about that. Your privacy is protected. We will have a survey to note what kind of problem or hope you have. Please answer the survey later. If you have any questions through the seminar, please leave a comment or question from Q&A button. We will send you an email later. Okay, let's get started. First, I would like to take a survey. The question is what kind of problems or hopes you have in your production site. Please select one from below. Please answer in 30 seconds. Let's start. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for answering the survey. Let's see the answers from everyone. As you can see, each of you have problems. So today, we would like to introduce box filling system to solve these problems you have under the theme of One Move Against COVID-19. Box filling system contributes to a 24-hour operation. Today, Saki Aoki
Yu Otsuki. Tatsuki Kitabe.
will introduce box filling system. We hope you enjoy this webinar until the last. Tatsuki, please tell the contents for today.
So the contents for today are number 1, 5 checkpoints to decide whether or not to install box filling system. Number 2, let's see how much the payback is. Number 3, example and reputation from the customers. Number 4, the reason why the customer selects Harmo box filling system. Future of ST series and demonstrations. Number 5, Q&A. Let's check topic number 1. 5 checkpoints to decide whether or not to install box filling system. This is to see who better installs this system. We hope this helps you to consider installing box filling system in your production. First, an important point to consider installing the box filling system is how long you have been molding the same parts. For example, in automotive industry these days, model change in 6 to 8 years is not unusual. Best-selling cars with high reputation is sold stable until the last. If you produce parts for long-selling cars, it should be a long period. So considering box filling system is important. Next, how about having problem of scratches? Because the products are falling down from the conveyor.
For example, the customer uses a conveyor for putting products, which are taken out from the machine by the robot. So they don't use box filling system. If the worker is not at the end of the conveyor, the products fall down automatically. Appearance is important for consumer goods. So the scratches caused by falling down are not acceptable. Even the worker is ready to pack them, depending on the way to pack. The scratches can be happened. You also need to care about this. Those people who have concern about scratches better consider using robot for takeout and also using box filling system to stack them. Checkpoint number 3, the worker has to be there all the time and cannot do other works. Also, human error might happen. It's about the problem related to people. Here is an example. The worker has to stack 4 cavity products in every 15 seconds. The things the worker can do in 15 seconds are really limited. If you go somewhere and come back, there is a possibility that the products already fall down. Also, human error such as miscount might happen. And a lot of miscounts can be the cause of complaints. So counting surely is important. In one customer, because of wrong direction of the tray and miscounts, they receive the complaints and then decide to consult it with us to make automation. That is to say, the worker has to be there all the time. And also the problem related to the worker can happen. Of course, you don't want any complaints from your customer. Next, checkpoint number 4. They want to do 24-hour molding, or they are currently doing it, but it is difficult to have enough labor.
This is a problem. If the customer wants to operate the machine, not only during the day, but also during night, they need 2 or 3 times as many labor to operate for such a long time. Moreover, the companies have to pay for additional costs for night shift and health checks, depending on the regulation of the countries. So they have to pay more compared with day shift. By the way, have you ever had problems, such as you couldn't produce products as planned because of sudden absence of workers, and your workers are slacking off like lazy attitude? By automating the stacking operation with box filling system, the people who used to do this operation can do other difficult works that only people can do. We are not saying your workers are slacking off or showing you are not good attitude. However, we have some customers who installed the box filling system to avoid such a problem. In conclusion, this box filling system is a representative way to save labor if you consider molding for 24 hours, and also a good solution when you don't have enough labor. At last, how about you want to avoid 3 Cs? Number 1, closed spaces. Number 2, crowded place. Number 3, close contact settings.
We still cannot see the end of COVID-19, and we see a lot of news about adopting work from home. However, work from home is not realistic for manufacturing industry. Some people think they want to reduce large people gathering at work to avoid 3 Cs. Don't you think the box filling system is a really effective solution? If you check more than one corresponding item, please consider installing the box filling system. And if you check more than 2 items, we suggest you to install the system. Also, if you can clear below 2 things, installing the system is possible. Number 1, deliver the products with container or tray to the customer or next process. Number 2, there is a free space next to the machine. Let's measure how much you need next to the machine. Here we have STP V01 that is recently renovated. The width of system is 600 millimeter. and put the system on non-operation side. If the customer wants to do an operation after takeout, for example, release the runner or gate cut, let's say we need 500 millimeter between machine and system. Also, we need spacer working. If it is 700 millimeter, you need 1,800 millimeter in total next to the machine. If you can clear these two things, installing the system is possible. Please check each item. That's all for topic number 1. We explained 5 checkpoints.
Next, we will calculate how long it takes to recover the initial cost of installing the box filling system. Many people from many countries are watching this webinar. Today, we calculate the cost based on Indonesia. Any additional costs for night shift are different depending on regulations of each country, so the number I will give you is just an example. Please defer to your country basic salary when you calculate. In this corner, we calculate and compare the labor cost and initial cost of the system to see how long it takes to recover the initial cost. For example, when we set the day shift salary as 1, the company has to pay additional salary for late shift and night shift. So for example, late shift is 1.25 times and night shift is 1.5 times as much as daytime salary. And then 3 people take care of the 3 machines with 3 different shifts. And bonus is 2 months of monthly salary. Based on this information, we can make the formula like this. If Indonesia's monthly salary is 60,000 Japanese yen, 3.60,000 Japanese yen is a total salary for a year. If the customer gets the system at 1.5 million Japanese yen and then bought 3 for each machine, the total cost is 4.5 million Japanese yen. And so in 1.5 years, the initial cost will be recovered. If it is China, not Indonesia, it takes only 9 months. Other than additional salary, for the people who works at night, they might have to do the health check. And if there are workers in the factory, the company has to turn on the lights and also air conditioning 100% working. Not only the salary, the company has to pay to maintain the workplace in a good condition. In conclusion, installing the box filling system helps to reduce the cost compared with workers stacking products in the containers for 24 hours. Please use the formula to see the advantage of installing the box filling system. Also, the workers who used to stack products can do more complicated works. Also, by installing the system, the productivity for only 8 hours can be 2 or 3 times more.
Now, we introduce some example of customer who installed the system. First example, this customer is producing the parts for medical in the clean room, and they install this system inside the clean room. By installing it in the clean room, the time of worker entering the room and staying in the room are decreased. About medical products, contamination is not acceptable. By decreasing the time to remain the cleanliness of the clean room in goods is possible. The customer can produce the products at ease.
Next example, this customer is producing the power window switches. In the automotive industry, the quality of the products is the most priority. So they are asked to not to touch the products by the delivery destination. They install the box filling system. After the robot cuts the gates of the products and put the products inside the containers directly. Delivering the products without touching the product is possible. One dust, one fingerprint can be the reason of the complaints. To avoid these risks by installing the system, your worries have reduced.
So now we will tell you the reason why the customer choose Harmo's box filling system while introducing feature of each model. What is the reason?
It is because we can customize the system depending on customer's container. The customers don't have to buy the containers for our system. We make the system for customers' container. There are some limitations. Please check the specification of model. We have actual containers here. Let's check together. Okay, first one is this deep box. And then second one is wide and shallow box. And then last one is this partition box too. Like this, we can adapt to the customer's container. Also, it can work with other manufacturers' robot. If it is Harmo robot, that's great though. Please consider. Now we are introducing the features of each model, STP, STR, and STH. STP is made especially for the overseas customer with low cost. By combining in and out conveyors, it is possible to automate for longer time. Also, the arm of STP can move their arms, so positioning is easy. Please watch the video. As you can see on the left side, the robot can palletize the products in the container. And on the right side, the system's arms are moving themselves for palletizing. So if the stroke isn't enough, the system can move itself. This is the most orthodox type. Okay, so we have an actual unit here. Let it work with the robot. Okay, so the robot takes out the products and then go to release the runner to the ground cutter on the way to the system. And then release the products on the container. So we don't have much time today, so the system will change the box every cycle. As you can see, box change is really quickly. That's all. Okay, the robot stops, so we go to the next. Okay, so next, please tell me the features of STR.
With STR, a large capacity stack is possible. As you can see, this is a double deck system. Empty containers goes to product receive point and then goes down and return to the out position. In and out position are not on the same side. So worker can prepare and take out from the same position. Let's see the actual units. If you put empty container here, one container will be separate from all container. Then it goes to the receive point and go down and come back to the same side where you put the empty containers. Let's move this unit to see actually movement. What's good with this? You only need one side to put and take out containers. So you don't need much space to install this STR. And also this slide out conveyor will help long stock. This is large capacity type box feeding system STR. Last one is STH. Please tell me about STH V01.
STH is a high cycle type. This video is played at 4 times as fast, but actual box changing time is very fast. It is less than 10 seconds. Also, it is very compact.
So now you may think what kind of box can be fitted in these systems. Please see the table. So each model has the minimum and maximum size of box. So minimum and maximum. So if size of container is smaller than them, ST series can hold your containers. We also have experiences of special systems to suit customers' needs. Here are some examples.
STT is a tray type. This system can fill the precisely molded products, such as a connector to the custom-made trays. Palletizing system. This system can position, assemble, and palletize the products. When your robot cannot place the products directly onto the trays because of their shape or quantity, we are corresponding to a variety of customized systems to see customers' needs. If you have any questions, please contact us.
Okay, here is the last topic Q&A corner. Thank you so much for sharing your time until now. This is the last topic. Please enjoy and stay with us until the end. Question number 1, how many containers can be set in the system?
So you can set the containers between maximum receiving height and conveyors. So maximum receiving height and the conveyor height. So I give you an example with STT. So max receiving height is 1,600 and then conveyor height is 260. So 1,340 is where you can put the containers. So if the container height is 100, the system can hold 1 container to receive the products and then also 12 empty containers on the conveyor. Also, I will introduce an option to do longer stock. We have flip chart to show it. Please check this. This flip is showing the standard type. So standard type. And if you add in and out conveyors like this, okay, please go to the next flip. So it's optional, but in and also out conveyors, you can put more empty containers. So you can put more containers like this. So it can be 1 rows and also 2nd rows, 3rd rows like this. Longer stock is possible. Next, STR. Okay, so with STR, we call this part the stacker. It means separate 1 container from all. You already understand what that is when we explain it showing the actual units. So this stacker payload is 20 kilograms. So within 20 kilograms, you can put as many containers as you want. The empty container isn't that heavy, so you can put a lot. Just need to worry about the intervention around the system, such as robots, so intervention around here.
Next question is advantage and disadvantage of the box feeding system.
Okay, we don't want to talk about disadvantage, but if I had to say it takes up space. On the other hand, we can tell you a lot of advantages. What I am going to say is the summary of this webinar. Number one, longer unattended automation is possible. Same productivity during daytime and nighttime with same quality is possible. Number two, save labor cost, especially is effective for reducing the additional cost of night shift and late shifts. Number three, solve the problems of scratches. So the scratches happen, the product falls down from the conveyors. Number four, reduce miscounts in wrong direction, such as L and L products. Number five, no need to touch the products, good for secondary operation. And then number six, avoid CCS during COVID-19. We haven't talked that much about the contamination. If the robot stacks the products directly into the containers, the worker doesn't have to touch the products, so no need to worry about the contamination caused by the worker. The box filling system can contribute to not only productivity improvement and also quality improvement. Like this, we can tell you a lot of advantages of this system. If you have a little interest now, please consider installing it, or please contact us.
Thank you again for staying with us until now. I hope you enjoyed this seminar. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Within a few days, we will send you the link of the video of this webinar. Please share it with your coworker or watch it again. We will finish the webinar. One move against COVID-19, box filling system contributes to a 24-hour operation. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.